Welcome to the Military OZ channel. Well, in this video we will discuss the Chief of Air Force welcomes first flights of C-130J. The Chief of Air Force, Air Vice Marshal Darren Webb, has welcomed news of the debut flight of NZ-7011, the first of our 5th C-130J-30 Super Hercules fleet. 3 test flights have taken place over Georgia and Alabama in the past few days, with the first, flying from Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Marietta, Georgia, in the air for over 3 hours and covering nearly 1,000 kilometers. AVM Webb said that the new fleet will take the Air Force's air mobility capability to the next level. The iconic C-130J has been a fantastic aircraft for us for a very long time, across a huge range of tasks and environments. The C-130J will deliver everything that its predecessor did, and more. It has greater range, speed and capacity. It is a proven performer flown by many air forces, starting with the Royal Australian Air Force, which will enhance our interoperability with our closest defense partner. These new aircraft take us another step towards honing the modern Air Force as combat-capable, deployable and sustainable. They bring air mobility to the same cutting edge as our new P-8A Poseidon aircraft deliver for air surveillance and maritime patrol, and as our high-performing rotary wing assets. The new fleet will deliver benefits to personnel in much of the Air Force, AVM Webb said. They will enhance career opportunities and progression in many of our trades and roles, and help us to achieve the resilience and readiness across the board, which are key goals for us. We look forward to seeing NZ-7011 and the rest of the fleet in New Zealand skies, starting later this year, he said. Read more about the C-130J project here. Watch the C-130J take flight. Lockheed Martin. Tata Advanced Systems join forces for Lockheed Martin Corp's C-130J jet. LMT recently entered into an agreement with Tata Advanced Systems Limited to establish a framework for enhancing business opportunities for LMT's C-130J Super Hercules tactical airlifter. This should strengthen the long-standing partnership between Lockheed and Tata Advanced Systems, the Tata Lockheed Martin Aerostructures Limited (TLMAL) joint venture, established in 2010. With India rising as one of the forerunners in the combat aviation market within Asia-Pacific, the latest agreement should bode well for LMT's expansion in this space. A brief note on LMT's latest collaboration. The latest agreement establishes a framework for collaboration, including the establishment of a maintenance, repair and overhaul facility in India to serve the Indian Air Force's IAF existing fleet of 12 C-130Js as well as other worldwide Super Hercules fleets. As part of this agreement, Lockheed will expand C-130J manufacturing and assembly in India to produce aircraft for the IAF's Medium Transport Aircraft program, provided the US and Indian government approves. The IAF is actively looking to buy up to 80 medium transport aircraft, having published a request for information in 2023. The latest expansion in partnership between Lockheed and Tata Advanced Systems is expected to cater to this demand for transport jets. What lies ahead for LMT? Rising geopolitical tensions, technical developments, higher defense expenditures from economic growth, comprehensive defense modernization projects and strategic alliances with Western defense contractors are all contributing to the combat aircraft market's expansion in the Asia-Pacific region. This must have prompted the Mortar intelligence firm to project a CAGR of 6.4% for the Asia-Pacific military aviation market in the 2024 to 2030 period. Such estimates suggest enormous expansion prospects for major combat aircraft makers such as Lockheed, which enjoys a solid presence in this market. TLMAL is currently engaged in manufacturing the F-21 Advanced Multi-Role Fighter aircraft, while the MH-60R is currently the largest program for LMT in India. Outside India, Lockheed has a solid presence in other parts of Asia-Pacific, which includes Singapore, Japan and Australia. Opportunities for LMT's peers. A few other defense players that can gain from the expanding military aviation market in the Asia-Pacific region are the Boeing Company BA, Airbus Group EADSY and Northrop Grumman NOC. Boeing has a strong presence in the Asia-Pacific region. It has supplied combat jets to India, which include a range of combat-proven aircraft such as the AW-64 Apache, P-8A Poseidon, C-17 Globemaster III and CH-47 Chinook. Boeing has a long-term, 3 to 5 years, earnings growth rate of 21.3%. The Zacks consensus estimate for BA's third quarter 2024 sales suggests year-over-year growth of 10.8%. Lockheed Martin signs deal with Tata Group to produce C-130J in India. India and the US have entered a teaming agreement to expand the production and maintenance of C-130J Super Hercules tactical airlifters in India. According to SIPRI, India is the world's largest importer of weapons. India heavily depends on imported weapons to maintain its armed forces. After designing and producing weapons systems indigenously, the second best option for India is to produce them locally under license to increase self-sufficiency. Lockheed and Tata reached teaming agreement with Super Hercules in a September 10 news release. Defense contractor Lockheed Martin announced the deal that would allow India to have a greater role in producing and maintaining its fleet of Super Hercules. Lockheed states the agreement marks a significant step in enhancing India's defense and aerospace capabilities while also deepening India-US strategic ties. Lockheed states the agreement creates the framework for the two countries to collaborate on future potential business opportunities. These include establishing a maintenance, repair, and overhaul facility in India so that the Indian Air Force's existing fleet of 12 Super Hercules can be maintained at home. Significantly, it also expands Super Hercules manufacturing and assembly in India. For now, Lockheed says it will continue to build India's C-130J Super Hercules at its plant in Marietta, Georgia, but will establish another production and assembly facility in India if the program is approved. The US government needs to greenlight it. If the agreement goes ahead, Lockheed will work with the Indian giant Tata, specifically Tata Advanced Systems. The Indian Air Force is known to be seeking to acquire up to 80 medium transport aircraft, a role the Super Hercules is seen as excellent at filling. Lockheed also notes that a joint venture with Tata established in 2010 has been the single global source of C-130J empennage assemblies included on all new Super Hercules produced aircraft in the United States. The joint venture has produced over 200 C-130J empennages so far. The complicated Indian Air Force. The effort is part of India's ongoing efforts to produce more of its weapons indigenously and, barring that, under license in India. Separately, The Diplomat has recently reported India is considering restarting producing Russian Su-30s for export.